would describe myself if I were introducing myself is someone who's very good at introductions for other people and less good at introducing Elizabeth Day. But I guess the facts are I'm Elizabeth Day, podcaster and author. I'm aware that it is ironic that a podcast about failure and books about failure have become the most successful things I've ever done. Never let it be said that the universe doesn't have a sense of humour, but when we fail, we learn so much more than when everything is going right. The vulnerability of failure and embracing that is what connects us with our fellow human beings. So I think that wellness is all about balance. And I am someone who finds it incredibly important to exercise regularly because I spend so much time in my own head that it's very important for me to get back into my own body. But I don't do it at any set time of day. I do it when it fits for me. Wellness is about finding out what works for you rather than believing that someone else will give you the keys to feeling better about yourself. The psychology of clothes is unbelievably powerful, and I really noticed that during lockdown, I suddenly felt the lure of online shopping, particularly at the Outnet. And there was something that gave me back an element of myself about that, like being able to buy beautiful clothes in anticipation of life returning to normal, but also for the life that I was living right then, which was a life of wanting to feel comfortable and yet empowered. When the first lockdown happened, I had these grandiose notions that I was going to spend it learning fluent Italian and read those forgotten classics that I'd never got around to. And I did not a single one of those things. And actually I spent a lot of time sleeping and watching The Real Housewives. That was the most nurturing thing that I could do for myself at that time. And I think that people need to be a lot kinder to themselves and treat themselves as they would treat their best friend. I think we've all changed an enormous amount in 2020. We've all become so much more in tune with the small things that we took for granted. And I think that there's something really beautiful about that. And I wish it were otherwise. I wish it hadn't taken us a global pandemic to get here. But I know that I, for one, am going to take the lessons that I've learned during 2020 into the future.